Welcome back, everybody. My name is Toby.
My name is Avery.
I am Dan.
This is our back nine coverage of the first round of singles in the Midwest Collegiate Takeover with Daniel Dravet. And how are you feeling right now?
Great. I mean, this course is daunting for me. I've had some tough experiences on it before. It's really easy to birdie every hole, but it's really easy to bogey every hole. So, it's tough, and you can't get too comfortable with blue, but I was feeling good.
Yeah. Difficult course we have here to play, but our Dan is 5 down currently through the front 9, and all of his card is playing very well. And yeah, so we will continue into our D1 coverage.
Let's get into it.
Yep.
I gotta start with this one. Sorry.
Yeah. Hole 14, 330 feet. It's a par 3. Tricky one.
Snake of a hole.
Yes.
Yeah, it snakes back and forth through here.
Dan,
You're looking
coming out.
Looking through a forehand or a backhand turnover that just puts you in a good spot. Anywhere in these trees is difficult. Dan places it perfectly. That is an incredible par play.
Just trying to dissect the hole, cut it in half.
And looks like Evan does the same.
That's a tough break right there.
Yeah, if you want to try and get to the hole, you're going to have to push it kind of on that left side for a bit. So, missing that way, little risk-reward situation. This was good.
Yeah, that's a great shot out of the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Really gives him still puts him in position of par.
Here's Ethan with his up.
I really like that play. He could have gotten kind of stupid with it, to be honest, and kind of gone for a hero shot, but playing some really good disciplined disc golf there.
Mm-hmm.
Don't feel too bad if you take a 4 on this one.
This is a long-range putt from Dan.
That's fine.
Just trying to get it close. Kind of that awkward range where you're like, do I? So you just kind of do it.
Yeah, that is
It's the type of range where you want to forehand straight into the basket, but that'll put you 40 long.
Exactly.
Yeah, good par from Taylor. Same for Dan.
First par.
I actually almost missed that too, which I guess I should have, because then I wouldn't have gotten a par and the streak would have continued. But live and learn.
Nah, you gotta take the pars when they come.
Unfortunately.
Here is hole 15.
Yep. Downhill shot, tunnel shot, par 4. You're gonna kind of come here at the end, and you'll see the basket kind of at the end of this tunnel. But got to hit that first big gap right here, and then make your way down. This was off to the right.
Yeah, that footage was actually from hole 14 at black, I believe, but this is hole 14 to blue from the longs.
This one looking a little right.
Yeah. In the fairway.
Kicks down to the fairway.
That's a good par position. This par 4 allows for a little bit more leeway from our players. When we played from the shorts, it's a par 3. I was very happy to take a birdie on the shorts from this.
Got a birdie.
Yeah, threw a pig. It was very.
That's how you get a birdie.
Oink, oink. Here's Dan with his up shot.
I got kind of lucky with where my tee shot landed, to be honest, to even have that throw out.
Yeah, this forehand is very nice. Gets past that last kicker, and they have a putt for birdie. This forehand got through.
So often on this hole, you see that lean out forehand that you're gonna have to throw, to flex, to get your way to the basket.
He executed it perfectly with a nice little putt to finish up the hole.
Mm-hmm. Long putt from Dan. Comes up a little left or right.
Watching this, it makes the hole seem so much easier.
You think?
Yeah. I know I would maybe get a 4.
I don't know, man. Even visually off the tee, that gap looks bad on camera.
Oh, that's a tough putt. But no, I think Dan. I'm with Dan on this one, especially from the longs. That tee shot.
Yeah, I know.
So tough.
I've seen it, but just coming down, I feel like, man.
Well put, Avery. Really articulate there. I mean, what sums it up better than man?
Hole 16, 492, another par 4. Really open shot on this course. Feels like a one you should get.
Gotta get it.
Yep, just gotta
I
bomb it out, and
Yeah.
it does.
That's a great shot. A little bit of thumb on our catch cam from Ben there.
He mashed that.
Oh my
that was
gosh,
That
that
was far.
Yeah.
That was what, like 500?
Almost. But in that vicinity, in the 500
Dan,
ballpark.
Dan ends up on the hill.
Just textbook.
Yep.
Here's
I can tell you how you bogey this hole because I did it. So this is how I did it.
Ooh.
If you go past the pine trees on your second shot, it gets really hard to par this, guys. It gets really hard.
Yeah.
You do not want to go past those pine trees because your putt back is not viable.
It feels almost like a double bogey when you bogey. I've done it before, and it's just like birdies, you can get them out here, but this one you really think it's free in your mind, and it is till you play the hole, and then, yeah.
Yeah.
There's
Great
Dan
upshot
with a
from
great
Dan.
upshot.
Thank you.
Yeah, I agree with that. Bogeying this one feels like a double because a 5. So many of these holes are par 3, and getting a 5 just feels like it's a double.
Mhm.
But that's when you accept the bogey and you just put it behind you.
Yes.
Tough part is you have hole 17 after this, and that's no
Yeah.
slouch of a hole either.
I like
Good
to think
upshot.
that 16 is the cushion birdie for the bogey on 17.
That's one way to look at it.
It's a pessimist way. But.
Couple of putts.
Oh, did that hit the pole and spit back out?
I think it hit the top.
He got like a touch of band. He got a lot of chains too, though.
There's
Maybe,
another birdie.
I don't know. If you're watching, slow that down. Watch it back. Answer in the comments. See, then we get more comments on the video.
Yeah. Hole 17, in my opinion, hardest hole on blue. Got this uphill, very tight gap, and it's 330. It's far. You got to get it up there. It's 330, but it plays like 360 with the uphill.
I think 330 plays like 430, to be honest. Like it is, it's ridiculous. I always throw like full driver.
Yep. In our practice round, I threw.
He got it through there,
That's a
and
great
that
shot.
is an incredible shot. You'll have a birdie opportunity.
That's where I was during my practice round.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did you hit the main gap or you get a little sneaky?
No, I hit the main gap.
Okay, because I got a little sneaky there. So
yeah,
props to
you got a little sneaky. He found a little right gap there.
Now during the tournament, did I do that?
No.
Who
Nope.
cares? Who cares, man? You know.
Nah, if it happened during practice, it's basically during tournament. You know?
It's yeah.
See, for me in practice, I ended up a little short, and then in tournament, you can't see it, but looking where the camera's looking, I'm sure we'll see it in a bit. If you look over to our right, there is a ditch that's actually like up to your waist, and my disc was in there, so I was putting, and my waist was ground level. Yeah, I did not get the birdie.
No, this
There's
No.
is a little right, but
Yeah, I mean, good looking putt. He'll take his par. You're happy with par on this hole, but the ability to birdie it would have been so nice.
I know, and it was one of those where like you miss the putt, and then even though like I'm not out, they're all just like, "You can tap it in, bud. Like it's okay, go for it." But it's like, look, I did miss the gap, so in my mind I was like, all right, I missed the gap, and get the spit out. It's whatever.
Here is 18. Well,
Dan.
you throwing it again.
Dan threw it in on the doubles coverage, 660. Don't want to end up on the right. There's a bunch of trees over there. Don't want to end up on the left. There's a bunch of trees over there. Still very open for this hole. Just got to get it through this beginning gap,
Gotta mush it.
and that looks great.
Yeah, that was mushed, mushy mush.
Yeah, that's an incredible
Wow.
shot.
That is a great shot right there.
You
Wow.
can
You
can
guys
see
are super impatient.
you can see the card in front of you guys still right up there.
Ethan bombs, dude. He's good.
There's Dan getting a little to the left. Don't see that too often.
Typical Heiser. No bomb, no mush.
That's okay. I was there too.
Forehand comes out tough on that tree.
He got. I've been trying to start this. He got LeBron James by that branch. Quick introduction. That term means when it hits a branch and goes directly down, like it's a block. So I've been trying to make it a thing, and this is actually a good opportunity to put that out there.
I'll make it a thing, Dan.
Yeah, start saying it, guys.
Blocked by James.
Exactly. That's exactly what I say when that happens. Thank you. So you get it.
That happened to me today.
Good. Well, you'll know to say it next time.
And here is a nice angle from back there. That is a great forehand.
Forehand distance.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Still comes up a little short. He was far back, but
Here's Dan throwing it
In!
not in.
Oh, man.
To the almost to the trash can.
a little bit burned over, but
Yeah.
still in a good position.
I actually got some kind of fortunate ground play, it looked like. It was kind of on Annie. It should have cut, but it slid instead, which is nice.
Here's Ethan.
Yeah, with a great approach if you can get there for birdie.
Just a little bit to the right.
Have a look at it.
There's a big jump putt uphill.
Touch short.
There's Dan doing a
Pump fake. Give me the pump fakes today. I love it.
Long putt,
Splash!
and he sinks it.
Dan.
Makes
a
a-
great birdie.
He said, "I know I missed the last putt, but I'll jump it in. I need to get back on the birdie train," and he does. Tough miss.
I never birdie this one, like, ever. And it's like
Yeah,
not
you
that hard
eagle it.
too. Hey, there you go. No, but seriously, whenever I play, I'm terrible at this hole. I don't know why. Good putt.
Yeah. Parring up. Another par putt.
Yep. Good comebacker. Definitely tough not getting the birdie for Ethan after that drive, but he's bouncing back.
Yeah.
Hole 1, 312 feet. Too many trees.
Yeah. And you can see I did this during doubles, so just kind of knew how to play from there, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, most of the time you see forehands on this hole. We actually structured it to give this hole to, I think it
It
was
was me and Evan.
Yeah, we gave it to Evan because his forehand is so consistent on this hole. But yeah, we're going to see a lot of forehands, and forehands are ended up in good positions if you hit the gap, less trees, and you're just fading right towards the basket.
Just like that.
Yeah.
Great
Backhand
shot.
turnovers can still get there. You just kind of find a little sneaky gap through these trees somewhere.
Super tricky.
That is a little bit left, but it comes back.
Comes back, but it's long.
Rolling down the hill. That is
Yeah.
not what you want.
No.
Bye-bye.
Yeah, down that hill is a tough spot to be in.
Dan hand with the upshot. And he'll still have to do a little bit more.
A little bit of work to do.
That
Great
is a
upshot.
great upshot. Dan with the
Par putt.
par. Nope.
I did run it, but
Yeah, a little bit short. This is a tough putt to run from back there because it drops right off. And if you miss right or left, you can just roll all the way down that hill. That was a safe play.
Great birdie from Evan.
yeah. It was a good miss, but still a miss.
It's still a miss, yes. Finds the bogey, but keeps it to a bogey.
Here is hole 2. You guys are playing from the short, so 198.
Tricky one.
Tricky one, but it also is a shorter one on the course. You don't have to... You can find your way to the basket pretty easily.
And it definitely feels like a must-get with this
Yeah.
field. We have a lot of good competitors.
There it is.
That first forehand leaked a little right. This forehand looks a little better, closer to the basket.
About the same with this one.
Yeah, right up to the basket.
Here's Dan hand action.
I did throw forehand, huh? I got a little sneaky there.
Gets
he did.
through, has a putt. I throw backhand on that hole. I've watched everyone throw forehand on the past
I
2
throw
rounds of
backhand hole
coverage.
too.
I threw backhand, found my birdie, was happy with it. Very surprised to see all forehand, personally.
Backhand's not the move, to be honest. I feel like I don't know. It's chancier and like,
Good putt from Dan.
thank you. I know I did just birdie it with a forehand, but oh wait, no, that supports my argument. Yeah, it's a forehand hole. It's
Yeah.
not a backhand hole.
No, I think the forehand gap is a little wider. I
Yes.
just feel... I like to... I
Good
think there's a
birdie from
hyzer
Taylor.
backhand where you can
There
put it a
is.
little wide and it has some...
Kind of 2 choices with that, but
Mhm.
hole 3.
Hole 3. 219, a little uphill. Get it up the hill and you're in a good spot. That looked a little short. This is also a little short, but in a good spot for a putt.
Yeah, you're happy to get anything up on that shelf because if you hit and kind of go down, it can turn into a 4 kind of quickly.
That is a great shot from Dan. Just parking it.
Ooh, I don't know what gap he was going for. That
But
gets
it
good.
got through.
It got up there, though. I guess I should speak before I see the end. He said, that's okay.
And
No, that was-
this
that was
is
crazy.
an interesting
Interesting
lie,
putting form here.
but he keeps his balance, gets a tree kick.
And he'll take his par.
Yes. If he birdied that from that tee shot, that would have been insane because that was the one that just up the right side the whole way in the trees. Made it, though.
Yeah, looks like a lot of pars for our card here, except for Dan. Dan will find his birdie.
Whoa.
Dan,
I make the putt.
Yeah, Dan will find
You're
his birdie.
10 feet.
Yeah. If you're the last one to putt here, so way to collect your birdie at the end.
Pump
Always
fake.
got to go through routine. Make sure you're ready for that
Another
putt.
great
Take
birdie.
nothing for granted. Always miss your last putt before you start a round, too. Stay humble. That's what I
Here's
say.
hole 4, 276 feet.
Solid hyzer backhand. You have 2 lines. You have the inside gap, outside gap. Seeing Dan take this outside gap. Learned it from my brother, as I've heard.
I did, actually. I always went fairway, and he
That
told
is
me
a
to throw a
great
mid.
shot.
Thank you. If you throw a mid on a little hyzer with some height up that gap, you ain't gonna do nothing but birdie it.
Yeah. And so,
That is another good shot, just a little bit left inside the brush.
yeah, that looks great.
And almost
hits.
hits Ben.
Hits Ben.
Did it hit Ben?
Yeah.
Wow.
Little ricochet off of him. Unfortunate final shot for the final hole.
Happens.
It does. Yeah. You always want to finish strong these rounds, but sometimes it just gets in your head.
Yeah.
No-
The tattoo again.
Another tattoo shout out. Wyatt was clearly recognizing. Shout out Wyatt Hume for all of our coverage on these rounds. He was doing the tee shots for most of them.
And our catch cam Ben.
It'd be funny if like Ethan's parents didn't know about that tattoo or something, and like they see the coverage.
Solid par for or birdie for Evan.
Yes.
That's a good birdie to
Sorry.
end the round.
I was looking at hole 18. We're on hole 5. Or 4. Birdie for Taylor as well. Birdie incoming for Dan. Nicely done. Solid finish at 9 down.
Great round, Dan.
Yeah. And so that concludes our 18 for the singles round. Dan ended at 9 down. Evan Campbell ended at 8 down. Taylor Kroll ended at 2 down. And I'm forgetting his name. Evan?
Yeah. Yes, Evan Campbell. Yep.
Evan
8 down.
No, Evan was the 8 down, so it must mean that Ethan was the 1 down.
Yes.
You could see our top scores of the singles round there.
Good job, Dan.
Yeah, Dan.
Did we film this part? I guess we did.
so.
Yeah, there was a playoff for second. Hey Dan.
So we got more coverage for a second, right? Because Dan finished tied for second with 9 down. So
Yep.
this is the playoff. We're starting at hole 1.
Yeah.
Let's get into it.
Here's
Bradley Caldwell. You know what? I actually have one of his discs. I need to get back to him.
Really?
Yes, I don't know how I came into possession of it, but it's at my house. So Bradley, hit me up. We'll get in touch. Anyways, play for second, sudden death. So I mean, with 4 people playing for second and really nothing to play for, except bragging rights and all that, you kind of just go for the 2s and run everything. That was my Luna. Got it down there. I'll have a look.
Here's Travis Wills.
Mm-hmm.
Not Willis.
Nope. Seeing a lot of him on coverage with us. We get a lot of Travis on our coverage. Honestly, it's great.
Yep.
Threw a good shot there.
Yeah. You can see the crowd over there to the right.
Big crowd.
There was the TD, Alexis Kerman. Shout out to her for running a great tournament. So he's running this, kind of trying to do it like safely, but he's running it.
Here's
I am
Dan
next.
Dravet.
I'm running
Dan
it
is running it.
for sure.
Oh, yeah. He's bold. Oh,
Misses, and
did it
if you want to know why you don't run this in a normal round and you're not in a playoff,
Yes.
it's because you're going to end up where Dan was.
Oh,
Almost.
my
Travis, he
goodness.
almost made that putt, but he is securing his par with that because of the chains.
And what's interesting is now a par will, if you get a par on this hole, you will live to see the next hole.
Yeah.
We all kind of went for birdies because we're assuming one of us is going to birdie it.
That caught
Dan
know.
Kenny's
does
as well.
not live.
Yeah. I had 2 close. Well, unless everyone else bogeys it, but they're parked for par. So I'm done. I'm cooked,
Yeah, so
as they say.
so the rest of the team found par, and so that's where we cut it. We
We
didn't.
just stopped filming after that.
Yeah, so Dan is out, and therefore we're out. But yeah, great round from Dan. Any final thoughts you want to?
Honestly, I'm trying to be all like chill and nonchalant about it, but like it was like one of the best rounds of my life. I think 10-17. I think it's the second highest rated round I've ever shot. It was amazing. It's great to get some revenge on that course after having some tough rounds on it, but great round. Dalton finished at -8 too, so really just one stroke off. Great round for him as well.
Yeah,
but fun.
Yeah, fun. I believe the Illini team finished overall at about 4 strokes down, big thanks to Dan and Dalton. That put them overall at -15 going into the final round on Northwoods Black on Sunday. That coverage will be coming to you shortly. Thank you so much to Tri-Fox Disc Golf and Whale Sacks for sponsoring us.
Thank you for all the watchers out there. Make sure to comment, like, subscribe, do all the things, share it to your parents, your dogs, anyone you want to share it to. Dan?
Thanks, Nick. It's been great. Thank you for helping us produce this, and let's see Northwoods Black now.
Yeah. Thank you very much.